Hello everyone, Hamis28 here, and today we're back in the world of Stoneblock 4. So funny, when I was switching to F5, I noticed we actually wear our curios on our back. Anyways, so not much has happened since last episode. I actually had to stop myself from playing the pack because I was getting a little ahead of myself with the chickens, as you could see if we come to our chest over here. We have one of every colored chicken. And it actually wasn't too bad. I think in total it took me like 30 to 40 minutes to get all the colored chickens. It was actually really easy because once you have the full basic chicken setup, which is essentially just the breeder and a regular chicken in a roost to make eggs, you can get it done quite fast. The most difficult part was actually getting the dyes for all the chickens. Luckily you are able to, if you type in chicken here, actually if you type in dye, these are all the dyes for the dyeable chickens, and you can actually get all of these dyes pretty early on in the game. The most difficult one was getting the yellow dye because the only source of it is from sulfur dust, which I don't have yet, or dandelions, and getting the dandelions was actually the hardest part. I planted a bit of grass over here, and after bone mealing it over and over and over again, I was able to get enough dandelions, plus these other flowers to make the yellow dye needed to get the yellow chickens, but all the other dyes are pretty easy to get. Black dye I thought would be difficult because you need squid ink, but you can actually use a cutting board with a hammer with charcoal or coal to get black dye, and white dye came from bone meal. All the other ones you could get from flowers or other things, like I think pink dye, yeah, you just combine red with white, magenta, you just have to combine a bunch of stuff. So it actually wasn't too bad to get most of the dyes. It was kind of just tedious, but I decided to stop there before I did anything extra, except for these two chickens here. The lava chicken and the water chicken, because I was trying to figure out how to progress through the roost chickens thingamabob, because I needed feathers. Feathers are needed to make, what are they called? There we go, brushes. You need feathers for brushes, but they only drop from chickens. So I thought, oh, well, there's a feather chicken, how do I get that? Well, the feather chicken is a tier 2 chicken that you have to breed from a white chicken and a regular chicken. Give it some tier 1 chicken seed, and it makes a feather chicken, which is tier 2. Which I thought was interesting, because I thought you needed the higher tier to get that. But we're going to be able to get a lot of these chickens pretty early on, and the automation is really easy because if you put a drawer right beneath them, they do automatically put it down, which means once we have a storage controller and hook up all the drawers, we can access everything from a single terminal, which will be really useful. Now, getting the chicken seed was actually pretty easy as well. As you can see, we have the chicken seed tier 2, which you can grow pretty fast just by hitting shift. And I thought it'd be more difficult to get the tier 2 chicken seed, because if you take a look, to get tier 2 chicken seed, you need tier 1 lapis and a tier 2 chicken soul. But if you look at the crafting, the tier 2 chicken soul has to be made in the world engine using 3 chicken soul tier 1 and a clay block, along with 250,000 FE at 1024 FE per tick. So I thought, oh, okay, so I'm not going to be able to make this until we get to the world engine unlocked and give it power. But actually, you can also get tier 2 chicken souls from tier 2 chickens. And the lava and the water chickens are craftable chickens using tier 1 chicken souls. So after crafting an extra lava chicken, I was just able to put him in the soul extractor and then make the tier 2 chicken seed. Now I think for the other tier chicken seeds, yeah, chicken soul tier 3 will require a tier 3 soul or using the world engine with 500,000 power, but I think you can actually, like you can see the tier 3 chickens here, like the redstone chicken, comes from the sand chicken and the red chicken, and they only need a tier 2 seed. So I believe you can actually get through all the chickens pretty easily. So if we just type /@roost, There's actually not too many. And I think early game, if you take the time to invest in them, you can actually get pretty much all the chickens pretty quickly. Like a snow chicken takes white chicken and water chicken to make a snow chicken. But because they only need the tier 1 seed or higher in the breeding machine, it should be pretty easy. So I think that's what I want to set up today along with the fluid cows. And if you're wondering what this guy is, he is from the Twilight Forest mod. He is the questing ram. He requests that you give him 1 wool of every colored dye, and then he'll leave. Other than that, he's pretty passive. I thought he was going to attack me, because I guess he's a boss from the Twilight Forest, but it doesn't seem so. So, looking at our generating resources, there's not much left. You can see over here this stuff. Gold chicken. It says the iron chicken is a good starting point, so I think we'll go for that one next. So the iron chicken is a tier 3 chicken, but you only need a flint chicken and a bone chicken, which is pretty easy to get, I think. So we need a bone chicken and a flint chicken, and a flint chicken comes from a gravel chicken and a gray chicken, and a gravel chicken comes from a stone chicken and a gray chicken. So a stone chicken comes from a water chicken and a gray chicken. So it's pretty easy. So if we just take our water chicken and our gray chicken, water chicken, grab a gray chicken, and put them in here with some of this seed, they will automatically make the next chicken. So this type of breeding is way easier than something like complicated bees. You pretty much just need the right chickens down the chain to get the next one, and you're good to go. So there we go, 1 stone chicken. So we'll take these guys out, because now that we have a stone chicken, we can combine him with a bunch of different chickens to make other stuff. So you can use a stone chicken with a white chicken to make a dust chicken. So now we don't even need the auto hammers. We can just have a chicken that makes dust. Combine it with the yellow chicken to make a sand chicken. There's the gravel, netherrack chicken, and stone chicken, and stone chicken. Oh, but you need higher tier seed. I see. That one only takes tier 4. A lot of these do only need tier 1, but some of the higher tier chickens are going to need higher tier seeds. But we can do everything that requires a tier 2. And then, of course, if you breed 2 of the same together, it just makes another one of the same. So now, blue chicken, you can also make a lapis chicken as well. So we have a stone chicken. So, what did we need? We needed the stone chicken to make the gravel chicken. So stone and gray. A little weird having the offspring do this, but there's no ill side effects. So now if we combine the stone chicken with the gray chicken, this will make a flint chicken. And then with the flint chicken, we can make the bone chicken. Yep, gravel chicken. Now the flint chicken takes a gray and the gravel. Gray and gravel chicken. And then we can get up to bones, but I think we were looking to get... Oh no, we were trying to make the iron chicken. Flint and bone. Like so. Makes the flint chicken. Now if you combine the flint chicken and the gravel chicken. Wait, what? Oh, iron, flint, and bone chicken. Oh, so we have the flint chicken, so now we need the bone chicken. The bone chicken is a feather chicken and a white chicken, and a feather chicken is the white and a regular chicken. So we need a white chicken and a regular chicken. White chicken, regular chicken. And luckily this is all pretty fast too. So you can pretty much just set up your early game resource crafting and automation. Actually, it's more just gathering. There's no crafting and automation quite yet. Okay, there's our feather chicken. Now the bone chicken was feather and white. White and feather. And then we should be able to make the iron chicken with the flint and the bone chicken. And then luckily, there's not too many chickens you actually have to work through to get most of the things. If you want the alloys, though, we're going to have to dip into the fluid cows. Okay, there's our bone chicken. Now if you combine the flint and the bone, this should give us the iron chicken. And you can see they do have different levels in XP, so I'm going to show you what that's about once we craft this guy. Okay, 1 iron chicken. Quest completed, a good starting point. Let me grab our water chicken back, put you in here. So, as you can see, the water chicken is level 0 with 440 XP. So, when you feed, to make all of the roosts function, you have to give them chicken seed. And the higher tier gives them more XP. They can eat pretty much any tier, they just get more XP from the different seed. At least I think that's how it works. Roost. Okay, so if you want them to work, they need tier 2, they need a seed of its tier or higher. But then, as they eat more seed and process items, they gain experience. And the reason experience is good, as you can see with this chicken here, he's level 3. A level 1 chicken only produces 1 egg, whereas the level 3 chicken now produces 2 eggs at a time. So as they level up, you get more and more resources. So something I want to do is eventually we're going to hook up all of the chicken seed to an automatic farmer, have that exported to all the roosts. That way all the chickens are producing all the time, and they're going to level up and produce a lot of stuff. So you can see we have 99 eggs. Here's a stick. I don't want your stick. So we come over here, grab some chicken feed real quick. Throw that in here, and it's quite fast too. So you can see he's producing 3 eggs every time. So with something like the iron chicken, once he levels up, we can actually get quite a lot of stuff. Now, the only thing I don't have yet is the trainer, which I think, we need blaze rods. Generalized nether prediction. We don't have any blaze rods as of yet. Can we make a blaze rod chicken? Takes a gold chicken and a lava chicken. A gold chicken requires tier 4 seed to breed. No, it takes a... No, we can make a gold chicken, because it's a yellow chicken and an iron chicken. Oh, but I think the issue is, for them to actually work, since they're a tier 4 chicken, they're not going to accept any seed yet. Like the iron chicken that we just made wants tier 3 or higher seed. So since we don't have tier 3 or higher seed, he's not going to produce iron ingots. There we go. Let's see, let me move the dye to the bottom here. Okay, that's a lot better. So eventually we're going to get all the chickens, get them in their own roost, and then that'll be able to produce a lot of resources for us. Not sure what we're kind of going to need though. Like, what does a breeze chicken make? Breeze rods. I'm not sure why we need that. But all the other stuff that I guess we can't get from this is going to be most useful. Although I do find it funny that they do overlap. I guess this is a lot easier to set up initially compared to the chickens. The chickens will take some more work, but this does work itself. So we need another roost because I need feathers, which is what I was doing initially. So if you come in here and make a roost, and let's make a drawer as well. Gonna need a chest. Now we'll put this guy right here. Now we can grab our feather chicken and put you inside. Now we'll just give him a bit of seed and he'll produce feathers. Grow. There we go, feathers. Oh, that's not what that's supposed to be. Let's see, how did I make this? Oh, I put a puller upgrade. I forgot about that. So the drawer doesn't automatically pull it out. You put a puller upgrade. I don't know if I said that in the last episode. But you can see 7 feathers, which we can use to make more brushes, so these guys will continue to work. Oh, past it. And I did the wrong thing. I need to shift click it, as you tell me. Could probably put a chest with more. Actually, I think if I just do no, because these are not connected. If I have a chest here with some more Ortec pipes, I could probably just automatically pipe the brushes in. But these guys, he's an expert. He's an expert. And this guy's a journeyman. So they are leveling up quite nicely. Once they reach master, we're going to get even more resources at a faster rate, which is quite good. Let's see. Yeah, this guy is still a bit slow. If we give them better food, they'll go faster though. Anyways, so now that we've taken a little sidestep for the chickens, we can continue through the Tier 1 chapter Foundation. So there's multiple things we can do. We can go through Ars Nouveau, we can go through Create, and we do have to go through the Quartermaster. Now, making the train casings has its benefits. The one being, we can build a automatic train. That way it can just dig through the different layers for us while laying train track. Or, we can use the magic book from Ars Nouveau to do the mining for us through magic. So it kind of just depends. But because this one is not optional and goes to the first big world engine upgrade, we might as well do that. So we're going to need some early power, a metallurgic infuser, and dielectric casing. Why dielectric casing? So let's see, early power, we can make a heat generator, a cold generator, or a simple cold generator. Not sure which one is better, but if we're going with mechanism, we might as well make the heat generator. Because we have a lava chicken who is producing lava eggs that we can use. So let's go ahead and make the heat generator. Heat generator. It's going to take osmium, copper, and iron, along with some birch and that. Let's see, where's our osmium? I think it's this one. That's silver. Tin, aluminum, lead, zinc, nickel. That's clay. Where's the osmium? Zinc, lead, osmium. There we go. Let's grab 4 stacks of the chunks. And put that all together and then smelt this stuff really quick. Put you in there for now. There we go. Put that in here. And we should have everything we need to make a heat generator. Furnace. Heat generator. Power completed. Now we're going to need the metallurgic infuser. Love this guy. If I type infuser, might be easier. There we go. Metallurgic infuser is going to take 2 furnaces. Done. And then it wants us to make a dielectric casing, which I'm not sure what that's for. I know it's from the power mod. Energizing orb, world engine machine block, interesting. Let's see, is that used for cables? I don't remember. Dielectric casing is going to take these rods, which we can also make. Don't need that guy anymore. Dielectric rod is going to take iron bars. Then you have to combine it with the dielectric paste, which is clay balls and coal with some lava. Then do this. Wait, how do you make... Oh, that's where you combine it. So we'll do half of this. And that's the same. You can swap it, right? Yes. Doesn't make any difference, really. And then we can make some casings. So let me just make as much as we can. Gonna be 8. Not sure what we're gonna use these for. A creature catcher. Very useful. That's actually an incredibly useful item to get, because you just come over here, and say you don't want this pig. Oh, like this. Drink. It's that easy. Could probably capture that guy too. Where's the entrance to this? Over here. So I was digging out this area here. You're supposed to be inside there. Anyways, I was digging out this area over here to place our mechanism tools. I think this is a good spot for it. And then I was thinking we would just build it out that way, maybe extend it out over here, you know, whatever suits our fancy. So we'll start with the heat generator right here. Then we'll put our infuser right beside it. Now, why is this locked? Take a look at the power generator. You should return to the quartermaster once you've completed his task. Oh, gotcha. So let's go to the quartermaster. And I forget where he's at. Let's see, route to quartermaster. Oh, cool, it just teleports you right there. Complete the stage and go to unknowing tier 2. Also can trade new items. Nice. With this piece of infrastructure set up, you should be good to head over to the world engine and bring some power from your base to craft yourself some machine blocks. These components are what hold the entire dang thing together, so good luck and don't mess it up. Get yourself plenty of steel mechanical components, basic control circuits, electrum wires, and those dielectric casings you made earlier to the world engine. Make sure you got enough to make a whole load of them machine blocks. Craft 64 world engine machine blocks. Let's see, what did we unlock? Okay, so we can buy pretty much everything. So we can buy brushes with Unbreaking 5, which is pretty useful. I might do that. A diamond hammer with Efficiency 5 and Unbreaking 5. Advanced item filter, the magnet. The experience obelisk, a diamond stick, wand of symmetry. Lots of good stuff. Oh, we should make a backpack. The Lone Star's steak knife. We can also buy the compact machines now, which is useful. Amongst other stuff. So all good stuff we have access to now. We can also buy compacting drawers, although that seems really expensive for what it does. Let's go home. Now we need 64 world engine machine blocks. And to craft one, okay, you get 16, so you only have to do this craft 4 times. You do need a lot of power though. So we're going to need steel mechanical components, which is going to take steel, which we don't have yet. Let's see, how do we make steel in this pack? Steel dust, alloy smelting. The arc furnace is a good one, but that's pretty far away from right now. The blast furnace, energized smelter. Ortec item casting. So I think we're just gonna have to make a blast furnace. But then we do need coal coke. So we'll need a blast furnace and then the coke oven. Oh, advanced coke oven. See, this is the type of stuff I like to see in mod packs, is when you go above and beyond and add extra stuff. Custom machinery, the advanced coke oven, a more efficient and faster alternative to the basic coke oven. Coke bricks is going to take ash bricks, brick, or clay balls, along with some sandstone, which is pretty easy, because we are making a lot of this. Let's see, your guys' brushes are doing good. So let's grab some of this stuff. It's 8, right? I think so. And if we throw this in here, it should 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, not that one. Oh wait, no, it is that one. Whoops. There we go. I forgot, some of it went inside here. Then we're also going to need sand. Sand over here. 2, 3, 4. Let's make our bricks. I'm kind of doing overkill. We definitely don't need that many, because to make the coke oven you only need 27, I believe. Coke brick. And you get 3. Yeah, we definitely don't need that much, but hey, might as well. We're also going to need an engineer's hammer. Engineer's hammer. Okay, grab that. And put it all together. Let's see. Coke brick. $27. Let's see. Do I need this for anything else? No. So really, you only ever need 27 coke bricks. Doesn't look like you use it to make anything else, ever. I could have sworn it had a different use for something else, but I guess not. And because there's an advanced version, we don't even need to make a lot of them. So I'll put this guy right here. Yeah, this is as good a spot. And then later we'll dig this out so we have a bit more room. Bam. Concentrated carbon. So let's grab some coal. Why do I have 2 for coal? Oh, because one guy finds the tiny charcoal, the other guy gets the coal. That's where we should upgrade it to a compacting drawer, because then they should both go in the same drawer. You hear some rustling nearby, as if some creature is approaching. I was worried about that before, but it's actually, yeah, the quantum goats. And he usually drops an item. Flux dot. I saw him before when I was making the chickens, and he dropped a... I think I put it in here. Yeah, he dropped a dimensional shard gem. So he just shows up, tries to hit you, and then drops random items. Not sure what his deal is, though. So, as you remember, the coke oven is extremely slow. But now we need to make the blast furnace. Blast brick. And then once we get some steel, we'll make the reinforced version. And that's going to take magma blocks, which we can't make. Molten magma cream. Soul totem, basalt. Huh. This didn't always take magma blocks, right? If that's the case, where am I supposed to get steel? Let me see. To craft mechanical parts needed for the machine block upgrade, you'll need basic machines to make alloy wires and metal plates. These plates are much easier to work with and will reinforce machine blocks to withstand world engine crafts. These can be acquired using productive metalworks, create, or immersive engineering. So if we take a look at General Tech, coke oven, alloy kiln, coke oven, engineer's workbench, alloy kiln, to make early game alloys. But how am I supposed to get steel? Or actually, am I just supposed to go to... We might have to go to the nether ring, which is very far away. Steel. But I'm guessing there's another way to do it. Steel ingot. Oh, here we go. So yeah, there was a mechanism way to do it. So if we infuse carbon into enriched iron, you get steel dust, and enriched iron is just iron and coal. So if we come out over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll grab some coal. And we'll put that away. We should be able to just do this. Throw that in there. To make a bunch of iron. And then we could just use the infuser to infuse this. Oh, we will need power. So this guy runs off of lava. So let's grab our lava. Put that inside. Fills it up. And it's generating. So this is outputting 44, 40, look, about 45 FE per tick. Wonder how you get it higher. Not actually sure. And then we just have to have it power this guy, so we'll just move you over for now until we get some cables. Then we'll do upgrades. How do I... Side config, energy, left input. We're not getting any power. Can I not... Maybe if I move him right here. Yeah, there we go. If you connect him directly to the output, he'll function. So we just need to put in a bunch of coal in here. Like so. Actually, can I enrich the coal? Crusher, enrichment chamber. Oh, we could, but this is an infuser, not an enrichment chamber, so we'll just have to be a little inefficient. So you do 64, do the iron ingots. And that's going to start infusing the iron to make enriched iron. So we might as well make the enrichment chamber as well. Enrichment. Going to take a steel casing. And so, oh, we need steel to make the enrichment chamber. So we can't be efficient yet. And then what do I need to make the cables? Cable. Basic universal cable only take... And it takes steel. I could have swore it took osmium before. Let's see. And that stuff just takes infused alloy. Like if I look at atomic alloy... Okay, that's still the same. Reinforced with enriched obsidian. So it's not too bad. Used up all of that, but now we have a pretty big buffer of power, which is good to go, and we can start making some iron. So, if we want to be more efficient, there's not much we can do right now. Let's see, power, heat generator. Once you have some osmium, you can make the heat generator. This generator can be fed any burnable item, like coal or wood, to generate power, but it can harness heat from lava around it to generate power passively. To extract the power from a generator, you must connect a pipe or machine to the front face that has a square on it. Oh, so I could put lava around this and it'll work. Basic coal generator. Is that everything? No, there should be... Oh, this thing, Flux Networks. Moving mobs. Tier 1 foundation. So that'll get us the steel. So for electrum, this is an alloy. So we can use the alloy kiln. So we'll make this next. So the alloy kiln requires alloy brick. Alloy, no, what's it called? Brick. Oven. I forget what it's called. It was under General Tech, Alloy Kiln, Kiln Brick. Oh, you need more than that. I think you only need 8 for this guy. So if we throw you back over here, make the alloy kiln. Now we can make electrum, and electrum in the alloy kiln is gold and silver. One, two, and then the silver. Where's the silver? Or you silver? No, or you silver. Yes. 1, 2. What happened to your hat, buddy? Go ahead and make half a stack of this one and half a stack of that one. Throw you in there. There we go. Grab that. Wow, this one's going really fast now. Why is it going so much faster? Now we could throw that in the alloy kiln. Grab some charcoal. And put you in here. So now that's going to make our electrum. And that should equal one whole stack. And you're out of power. See, luckily we can burn anything. Okay, that does not last long enough. So, let's see, we should have another lava egg, along with this guy, the entropy manipulator. So let's set up some passive power. Oh no, we don't have steel yet. Let's see, what I could do, if we just do... Are you burnable? It's muddy, I don't think it's burnable though. Could just do this for now. So it'll generate some passive power, outputting 16 joules per tick. Not enough to run this guy because it needs 50, but if we throw in some coal, it should be good enough. There we go. So might as well, let's see, once we'll let this one finish and then we'll enrich this stuff into steel. Put all of this away because we don't need it anymore. And they used all their brushes. And now we're good to go. So we're going to have some steel. We're going to have some electrum. Alloy kiln done. Crusher will be next. Basic control circuits comes from the infuser as well, osmium and redstone. So to craft everything, and then we do need a bunch of power, yeah? A lot of power to actually run this. Which is a little bit funny, because when you think about it, it makes it seem like this stuff is actually pretty easy to get, but the power is insane. Now, someone in the comments did tell me that we can generate quite a lot of power using Ars Nouveau. Because if we use source, we can use the agronomic source link plus cactus on SNAD, and then convert the source into energy through mechanism. I forgot how exactly to do that though. Let's see, we can run the coal coke on that, right? I think we can. But that's kind of a waste. I'm gonna keep throwing coal at the problem. Because it's what I know how to do best. Tiny coal and coal goes in here. Make our steel dust. Smelt the steel dust. Now we should be good on a lot of stuff. So what's stopping us here is we're going to need a lot of power. So if we look at power, starter generators, yeah, a heat generator is not going to do it for us. We need a lot more power. So if I take a look at what our buddy in the community told me, let me see if I can find it. Is it this one? Here we go. Gaseous source. Gaseous source. Burns for 10 ticks, has an energy density of 2 kilojoules per millibucket. Gaseous source, liquefied source, condensating. You can get gaseous source by putting liquid source from a source condenser into the rotary condenser. We can make a rotary condenser with a bunch of stuff, hopefully not steel. Looks like it. So I think we'll need to do that. So let's dive into Ars Nouveau. Coke oven. How do I make this guy? And a block of iron. That's actually really easy. Just 1,000 lava. think we can do that right now, actually. Do this, grab that, grab this bucket. Come over here. I'm gonna waste some creosote, but I think that's fine. So if I tear you down, because I didn't realize it would be that easy, unless... No, we used it to craft, so I think you're meant to do it this early. So let's take a look. 27. So if we go to the world engine, and we put in our lava, and you put in coke brick in this, okay, it's running. Okay, so you can do it. That's incredibly cheap. And then we could just make the advanced version. Advanced coke oven. Then plop it back down over here. Awesome, and it's in a tiny package. Oh, this takes power though. Okay, you tricked me. And it holds the item. Okay, pretty useful. But yeah, you tricked me, I didn't realize. Ah, I see, I see. So this does do it a lot faster, but it consumes a ton of electricity. 800,000 FE at 900 FE per tick. Interesting. Okay, so we're gonna have to save that for later because we do not have the power to run that quite yet. So let's make another 27 coke bricks. And we'll just put you back. I'm sorry for doubting you. It's not my fault. Can you guys get out of here? This is a highly dangerous place. And coal goes back in there. Okay, so once we have power, we can use the advanced one, but I guess that's out of reach for now. I guess I should have checked. But it said more efficient and fast. So in my mind, I just assumed it was going to work out of the box. Mechanism, work on the mechanism, yada yada. I'm not an expert, but I do know it quite well. Making steel. Oh, this is where I would have told you. Enriched iron and steel ingot. Steel. Oh, I guess I never put in the... I never took out the enriched iron. So it didn't tell me how to make the steel. So let's come back, throw the U in there. Grab our steel from here. Gets it half done. Steel casing. So, now that the basics of mechanism are starting to work, let's make some more steel. Before we can get it off the ground, we're going to have to go into Ars Nouveau and gather some source. So arcwood saplings are pretty easy to get using the unearther, the archaeologist. We just need to give him some dirt. So let's come over here and grab some dirt. Which one is the archaeologist? Geologist, archaeologist. And there we go. It's that easy. Guess I'll save this sand for later. Now it is going to clog the system. We don't need the pebbles, we just need the trees. I want to get one of each though, because I think we're missing the green one. Arcwood sapling. Oh, there we go. Along with grass seeds. I guess we'll let them do the whole stack. So I'm going to take the trees out. And archwood planks. We should be able to plant these guys over here. Grow. And we're going to need an axe. 1, 2, 3. Axe. Diamond. What is that? Pickaxe heater. Not what we want. Now we chop you down. Gotta love Ultimine. And we could use a bit more space. Gather all of that. Now if we just turn some of this into planks, that quest should be completed. An enchanting table, cool. And a tattered tome. Now return to the magician once you completed this task. Okay, will do. Let's go to the magician. Go to spawn. Now go to the magician. Oh, there we go. And talk to this guy. Complete stage. Task 2. With these magical resources in hand, you're ready to shape vessels that may hold the living magic of the world, Source. Once you can gather and contain Source, the next step is to channel it into the world engine. But take heed, apprentice, Source cannot be controlled by mortal hands alone. The world engine, despite weakened, may yet grant you the means to fashion a wand that can command the flow of Source. Craft 2 magical conduits, one to command Source and another to guide its movement. You will also require 2 pieces of stone condensed with Source. Craft a Dominion Rod, at least 1 Source Relay and 2 Source Stone. And now we can purchase his entire stock, which has an ornate ring, Soulstone. I've never seen Malum before, so I don't actually know what that's for. Void upgrades for functional storage, teleporter, Ring of Mana, Starbuncle Charms, Dread Lamps. Oh, we can buy a Mega Torch. That's actually useful. Brewing stand, nutritious chicken feed, along with some glyphs. I was thinking this time around, I want to actually explore Ars Nouveau to the fullest, because I kind of been slacking every time Ars Nouveau comes up. So I'm not actually that great at using it. Put this stuff in here. Can we use the enchanting table for stuff? Augmenting table, disenchanter, an alchemy bench, simple reforging table, energy transfuser, arcane catalyst. Cool stuff. So what did he want us to do? Imbuement chamber and source gem. Okay, that's the basics. We're gonna need more space though. So I'm thinking if we have our mechanism stuff here, because mechanism is pretty compact, it doesn't take up a lot of space. We can start doing source over here. And I think that's what we'll do. We're gonna need a lot more space though to clear this out, because Ars Nouveau does take up quite a lot of space. So I think I'll clear out this like corner of the room for Ars Nouveau, because we need a spot to produce source, move the source, do the imbuement stuff, all sorts of things. But anyway, I was gonna say this episode has gone on quite long, but we accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm trying to like segment each episode with specific stuff so I don't get it all like lost. But since this one was mainly focused on the chickens and mechanism, I think that's a good stopping point, because I think next episode we'll focus on Ars Nouveau and getting that stuff done. Because we will need... We're going to focus on Ars Nouveau, that way I can get the power generation set up first, because once we have automatic power generation, we can move into mechanism and actually powering all of our machines, which I think sounds like a good idea. Now to actually make the Dominion Rod, we have to channel... Okay, we don't have to do anything, we just have to use it to make the wand, which is very easy. And that's something we'll do next episode. But anyways, I'm your host, Hamas28, and I'll see you guys next time.